Yes guys, so in the previous video you would have seen us doing the sliding door system, and today's video you're going to see us fitting these flush handles. So I'll show you now what I've been doing. Been making a jig for the handles so that, because I've got 10 to do, I can just race around doing all of them, clamping them to the door, going around with a flush router and then cutting them in nicely so they're all exactly the same and saves us having to take the doors off. So watch how it's done. Right then people, now that I'm happy with my jig, I'm going to stick this little trend airbag underneath, and that's just to stop the door from moving about when I'm using the router. Just pump it up. Right, so going off the other door, that one, I know the height to the top of the handle wants to be 1200, and what I did was measured from here 60mm to the centre of the handle, because this style here is 120mm, so I've went half, and then I've just went half the distance of the handle, like the back of the handle, that way and then that way, if that makes sense, so that the handle always ends up in the centre of the door. And then I've oversized the jig template so that I can get the clamps on here without interfering when I'm doing the router and skills. Right, nice and tight. One thing I haven't got, which I'll come back in a second, is a quick little drill into there so that when I drop the router in, it's not going to jump, do you know what I mean? You could use the big jig and just, but I'm not doing that, so. Right, I'm back and I've got a Forstner bit. The reason I chose a Forstner bit is because you sort of go for a spade bit or anything, it's got a longer point on the end, whereas these are pretty much flat. So that when I'm drilling into there, the point's not going to come out the other side of the door, although the handle is getting put on the other side of the door, but it's not really the point, is it? So we'll go. I've just went the depth of that because it's around about 10-12mm, so it's roughly the same as what the handle set back. Oh, forgot my router. Forgot my bloody router, mate. You know the one thing I need? Right. I've got the router. I'm going to try. I'm going to have to do a little bit at a time. But what I've actually done is, I know the depth every time to go back to. I actually drew a line. I don't know if you can see that. See that line there? I drew that line, so every time I drop it back in, I need the deepest I can go is that line. Otherwise, I'll be going too far into the door. So what I'll do is go a little bit shallower, because otherwise the router will struggle. I've got my Henry, I'm going to try and multitask, because the dust goes everywhere. I could be doing this outside to save dust, but I mean taking the doors on and off, up and downstairs. I can't be arsed. Turns out I'm not too bad at multitasking there. Right, and we're going to go back down to that line that I marked previously. Get the hoover back on, get your face mask back on. Dad. Dad, what I did there, will you get us the hammer and the corner chisel? It's a little square thing with trend on it. I think they're on there. There's a little corner chisel.
Take this one off the table so it doesn't scratch it.
Oh, I've got the corner chisel. Right. Because you're using a router bit, obviously when you're doing your router, it leaves a rounded edge. So I'm just using this trend corner chisel. I mean, you can just use a normal chisel. Just to knock out these edges. So that they're nice and square. Hopefully this fits first time. There you go, like a glove. Then you just fix the face to it like that. Very happy with that outcome. Might put a little time lapse on, you can just watch us do loads of them. So for this, I'm just using the self-center bit. And the downside is that these are tiny little screws, but they're also flatheads. Little pro tip for you for the flatheads. Make sure they're all facing the same way. Because that's the neat and professional way. Not a landlord special. So I like to have mine all facing up at the same place. I'm just sat watching these videos thinking, what are those facial expressions, Callum? Sort that out. Every time I do a drill or I'm struggling, I have a stupid face on the go. There we go. last one, making a jig like this for accuracy and saving time is absolutely worth it every single time. If you like this video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me how you would do it. Stay tuned for the next videos. Peace out.